Let's dive into this here. How did this all come together? How long has Kawhi been courting Paul George, to your estimation?
Well, he's basically the whole week of free agency is when he zeroed in on Paul George. But, he didn't start there. He made a run at Jimmy Butler first, and that was going on even during the playoffs. And he also explored Kevin Durant. Kevin, would you come to the Clippers with me? I mean, we've known the Clippers have wanted Kawhi Leonard for a long time, but Kawhi wanted to be joined by an elite level player. And it's not, I'm not trying to suggest that Paul was his third choice. They're obviously friends and he loves Paul George, but Paul George wasn't gettable. He has 3 more years on his contract, 2 before a player option, so you wouldn't have targeted Paul George first because even Kawhi Leonard wouldn't have thought he's available. But Jimmy Butler wanted to go to Miami. Durant obviously was very far down the road and going somewhere with Kyrie Irving, and that became Brooklyn. So quite a flex to go to Paul George in those circumstances and say, go ask for a trade, come to the Clippers with me. I mean, we've seen players team up. We've seen player-to-player plotting and recruiting, but this is a new one.
It sure is, because there's so much time left on Paul George's contract. And I mean, what do contracts mean in the NBA, Mark? I guess is the writ large question here. If somebody can re-sign like Paul George did and then all of a sudden stroll in and say, I want out, and he gets out. I mean, what does this mean?
It's one of the most complex issues that the league has faced in my time, certainly. And there are 50 sides to the coin, and there is no blanket answer because this all started in 2010 when the Heatles came together, and that really started the player power era. And as we all know, LeBron James is the foremost flexor in that era. But the league's position has always been we cannot police player contact unless there is evidence that the players are acting on direct instructions from their GMs. If the Clippers are, if in this case, Kawhi Leonard was trying to bring Paul George to a team he was not, but like in 2016, we know the Warriors were for months were pushing for Kevin Durant. If there's evidence that the Warriors front office is telling Draymond Green, lobbing a call to Kevin Durant today, if there's evidence of that, then that's where it becomes, quote, tampering. But if this is player-to-player contact, the league has always taken this position that we can't police that. We can't know when it's 2 buddies just talking about their futures together or when it's more than that. And but look, the owners are meeting this week in Vegas at Summer League. I mean, this is obviously going to be a massive point of discussion because, again, this is Kevin Durant was in his last year of his deal in 2016. Not, this is, as you just said, Paul George has he was 1 year into a new deal, and that's what makes this so different. And for small market teams, very demoralizing. I mean, it's incredibly demoralizing to watch this.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.